At Stabii, this is a locative. There was a splitting, maybe in the middle of the bay, place where sinu here meaning bay, it has a lot of meanings. For ablative absolute, I think, with the litoribus, the shoreline, uh, gently curved or rounded and curved. The sea was poured out or laid out. Um, although with the danger not yet approaching there, it was visible nevertheless. And um, when it was growing nearby, he had carried or brought onto the ship's um, baggage, certain of flight or fixed on flight. I think this can be a dative or a genitive in that sense. If the opposite facing wind had receded. Quo here is referencing back to the wind. My uncle then carried by a most favorable wind. He embraced the shaking man, I think referring to Pompeianus. He consoled him and encouraged him. Um, and so that he might alleviate his fear, Pompeianus's fear, with his own security or his own well-feeling. Notice the chiastic word order there, two nouns, and then two possessive adjectives, personal possessive adjectives in the middle. He orders him to be carried into a bath. Having bathed, he reclines, he eats, either in good spirits or seemingly to one in good spirits, which is equally as great. Meanwhile, from Mount Vesuvius, in several places, very wide flames, maybe tall flames. Well, then we get and tall fires were shining out. Um, the fires whose splendor and clarity was exacerbated by the darkness of night. He, my uncle, our verb is all the way down here. My goodness, this is an iterative form of deco. So he kept saying that. Indirect speech is all in the middle here. He kept saying that the farm peoples, the country people, rural peoples, because of their trepidation, their fear, uh, abandoned fires and deserted villas were burning through the emptiness or through the solitude. Uh, and he said all this. This is maybe an expression of purpose for for the comforting of fear. Formidabus, for form medinus is a genitive of an objective genitive. Then he gave himself, say, to rest, and he rested indeed in most true sleep. For the motion of his breath, which for him, a dative reference here on account of the depth of his body, I think implying he's a big man, was his breathing was heavier and louder, maybe than usual. This breathing was heard by those who were nearby, who appeared in the threshold of the doorway.